Yeah, this video is for educational purposes only. So nice to meet you though, honey.
Yes. The burner account that has been looking at stories was me because I was nosy, taking a shit, and decided to see what all this was about. Quickly got bored and got off TikTok. I know that people are trying to assign some deeper meaning to it, but it really was that basic.
And sent me into like a complete downward spiral. You guys have no idea what I saw in those police reports. I shouldn't have seen that stuff. And she got months worth of police reports about me and what Carrie Ann did and Samara and stuff. And it sent me into a spiral. And I kept telling her, stop sending me stuff. She was sending me stuff about Jubilee. Jubilee went to the psych ward around that time. Like, and that actually affected me. I'm not a psychopath. It really fucked me up that Jubilee ended up getting taken against her will because she's actually fucking sick. Like, and I told you guys that. And you guys don't fucking care what happens to people. And you kept going. And this was all happening around that time. I also had some other personal life stuff going on that was so fucking stressful. And I was still getting so psychotically bamboozled by your friend Caitlin and Lonnie, her friend Sleuthy, that they are so dangerous together. They think they're like the FBI. They thought that they were like this cool team. No. They need to give up their little sleuthing boots. They're really, really bad at it. And if Caitlin cares about her business, she needs to go mind her fucking business. But let's talk about what your friend is possibly going to get charged with a felony for, just because today she wants to talk about a random charge that I got last summer after she sent me into a spiral. Okay? And I take responsibility for what happened. And that's exactly why I cut her off, because I was like, I have to work on my anger from this whole situation. The police could not help me. Oh, that's the other thing. Oh no, my nail came off. I had spent hours at the police station just days before this happened because I was getting, my parents and I went through a time last summer where I was getting hundreds of calls at once. Like, I don't know, hundreds of calls, but I was getting so many calls at once that I couldn't do anything on my phone. They were messing up, like, all of our lives. I was getting all of these, like, I was getting signed up for the military. I was getting signed up for dating websites. I was getting signed up for, like, all this stuff. I think it was Carrie Ann. I still don't know who it was. Like, the amount of harassment I was receiving through the phone, like, through all of my phone numbers and emails, and, like, they were sending moving people to our house. Like, my mom and I went to the police station, and they told me, like, you know, basically, I went through so much fucking harassment and so many people threatening my life, threatening my home, threatening all of this stuff. Carrie Ann got away with threatening me and then actually following through with it. And the police couldn't do anything, and they wasted my fucking time forever, and it was so fucking stressful. And then I got cat scratch fever. I didn't even really know that was a thing. I got one of those super dangerous, like, infections under your skin where they can't see it. And they think it was from the cat, and I mean, that's the only thing it could be from. My cat, her nail went so deep into my thigh, she was hanging off of my thigh. This all was happening at the same time. And this is like just when the Samara stuff was calming down, kind of, and Hags and Sleuthy could not stop. You guys could not stop. And I was like, hey guys, I have to take care of my health. Hey guys, this is happening. Then I got cat scratch fever, or whatever that was. I got this infection. I got sick for such a long time. I got misdiagnosed. I went to urgent care. I got misdiagnosed. This woman was horrible to me and my mother. I have a lot of issues with medical people and medical trauma. That's often what I get in trouble for, is something that happens at a medical office, but it hasn't happened in a very long time. That's very normal for autistic people and people who've been extremely traumatized by the medical system. Like, we have problems, okay? Yeah, autism does matter in this conversation, and I still take responsibility for everything that happened. And you know what else matters? Is people getting pushed to a fucking breaking point. When are you guys going to have a discussion about how I'm also a human? I'm supposed to handle unreal amounts of pressure on me and my 70-year-old parents perfectly? I'm supposed to take years of unrelenting bullying. I'm supposed to let Caitlin send me horrifically triggering stuff every day for 18 months, and I'm supposed to just handle it. I was getting 7-page letters from one of the, like, most elite attorney, like, law firms in Montreal, Canada, saying that they were going to freeze all of my fucking parents' assets, that they were going to take their home, that all this crazy shit was going to happen, all because of Samara Granovsky and all this crazy internet shit. And I'm supposed to handle that shit perfectly? You guys are so fucking lucky that I didn't die. You guys are so fucking lucky that I didn't end up in rehab. I'm an addict. I'm a fucking alcoholic. Do you know how amazing it is that I didn't lose my fucking life during this shit? That I didn't end up in rehab? That I didn't end up in a psych ward? That's what you fuckers wanted. You wanted somebody put in a psych ward so fucking bad, and it ended up being Jubilee. And now your friend Caitlin, because I'm not delusional, because I have a good support system, and you can't get somebody committed against their will just for fucking sport. Thank God. Oh my fucking God, you guys. Especially someone you don't fucking know. Especially somebody in another fucking state or another fucking country. You fucking dumb psychos. But I'm supposed to handle all of that perfectly. That's the other thing that I just love about this whole thing, and all these stupid fucks like Krissa and Zedjanox and stuff. They're like, well, you did this, you did that. You might have been victimized, but what? I had everything stolen from me, and you guys, or people attempted to do that. It all seems so stupid now. But it was so intense, it was so real, and it was so crazy. And Carrie Ann committed felony crimes, and so did Samara, and they got away with it in some ways, but Carrie Ann's still not going to get away with it. See, this isn't over at all. And what you do, like, oh my god. Anyways, these people, like, impersonated me to the government in order to try to destroy me. And I'm supposed to handle that shit perfectly? No. I had a couple really bad things happen to me, and I confided in your friend Caitlin. Because she was the only person I trusted from the internet. And she gained my trust over a long time, and now, because I don't like her anymore, she won't be quiet. She wants to try to put that shit online. She keeps starting it. Her and her friends keep poking me. That's the only fucking reason I ever talk about this shit. It's embarrassing for me, Feral Goblin Queen. It's embarrassing for me. No, yeah, maybe tell your fucking friend to stop poking me. And what happened is I got cat scratch fever. I got so fucking sick. They misdiagnosed me, said that I didn't have an infection. I knew I did. And then 3 weeks later, I'm in the hospital. They think I might be have sepsis. I have been so sick. I'm so fucking delirious. It felt like I was on acid. I was on fire. Like, it was one of the scariest things ever. My doctor was flipping out, and she was like, you have to go to the hospital right now. I mean, right now. And because she realized I had an infection. And I called the urgent care that had misdiagnosed me and told me that it couldn't be possible. And I said, and I told them what was going on. And the lady on the phone was super fucking rude to me. And yeah, sometimes I struggle. Sometimes I struggle with flipping out. I was under so much pressure. Then on top of it, I was so fucking sick. Your friend Caitlin wouldn't leave me alone. I just saw all these police reports. I was just at the cop station. They said it's fine for people to harass the actual hell out of me and my family. Again, those phone calls. I'm like, what am I supposed to do about these phone calls and these movers showing up at our house? People were putting in bids for movers, and they would show up at our house expecting money. Hello? Yeah, I was just like, you know what? And so I flipped out on the phone at the urgent care. And I said, you guys cannot misdiagnose basic infections. If this was my kid, I would come there, and I said some stupid shit. Yes, and I got a municipal charge. I didn't get arrested. I didn't do anything. I said some stupid shit on the phone when I was so sick, and when that urgent care misdiagnosed me with something that can kill people. Yes, that's what happened. That's what happened. And Caitlin wants to put her whole life on the line to expose that. You want to talk about charges? It's way crazier to go impersonate someone, Caitlin. We can go there. This video is for educational purposes only. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't say that story succinctly at all. But that's what Hags thinks it is going to make me run away, is talking about some municipal charges. And what it was is me calling that urgent care, and I wasn't there. I didn't get arrested. I didn't even know that you could like catch municipal charges like this. I literally didn't know. I've never had something like this happen. And if I'm not drinking, crazy things don't happen. So I didn't expect this at all. And I was deliriously fucking sick. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had an infection like that. It was, yeah, I never have. And again, that's not an excuse. And I changed so much in my life when this happened. I got rid of Hags and Sleuthy. I was like, I take responsibility when things happen in my life. I don't care if I'm autistic or not. I don't care if I'm pushed to the breaking point or not. I don't care if I'm drunk or not. I make major changes when stuff happens. And I have never, ever come back to the internet in a regular fashion, ever, since my first major meltdown where I relapsed on alcohol right after I lost my accounts and stuff. Like, I have never come back to the internet in the same way. I've never shared my life in the same way. Like, I have made such major changes in my life. And when this specific thing happened, I finally got rid of Hags and Sleuthy because I was like, you guys have to stop sending me shit. Like, I have to go heal. Things are happening that don't happen to me when I'm sober. And yes, I was deliriously fucking sick. It felt like I was having like heat stroke or like it feels like your body is burning from the inside out. And it was really fucking scary. They wanted to put me on Cipro. Like, and I had already been on rounds of antibiotics. I don't do well with medication. It rips your gut up. Like, when you're already a person that struggles with fucking depression and they're telling you that you're gonna have to be on antibiotics not only for like a month, but that like you're about to go to the hospital and possibly have to be put on like basically black box antibiotics. Like, do you know what can happen to you on Cipro, on that level of antibiotics? I was so fucking scared. And it's not a joke. And guess who makes fun of me for that? Hags. She's like, oh, you got cat scratch fever? Yeah, your friend is such a good person. Whoever that feral goblin queen is. Fuck you, dude. So, do you want to talk about how that happened, Hags? Do you want to talk about how that happened? Or do you want to talk about how you're about to catch federal fucking charges? Interesting. You wanted to bring that to the internet so bad. I know how you operate. I know she's been talking to Sleuthy and stuff and being like, if Allie says one more thing about us on her story, I'm gonna put this out. Stupid bitch, stupid bitch. I'm not even watching what you guys are doing. I keep seeing random little things and you guys keep fucking poking me. And you keep poking and you keep poking. And then today I realized that what you did was completely illegal. When I told Hags that those police reports sent me over the edge, she didn't say anything. I will never forget that, dude. She didn't say anything. I said, this has like gone too far. Like those police reports really messed me up. And she just didn't respond. And then text me about something else like it was normal. You think I stopped being your friend for no fucking reason? I felt like I was in a toxic relationship, like with a boyfriend, but with you. And you had just started like being so fucking weird. Like, what the fuck? It's probably because I started being cold with you because I realized like you would not get off of Jubilee's lives. You guys would not stop going over there. You would not stop engaging with Carly and Carrie Ann and whoever else was there, even though I asked you. So that's probably why you started being cold with me. But I told you that those police reports sent me over the edge. And yeah, so that, to be clear, that's what she's talking about. And what I'm talking about is Hags decided to go to the Freedom of Information Act and impersonate me and get months of police reports about me. And she spent weeks. This is completely illegal. And and if you guys hadn't kept pushing me, I wouldn't have realized this today. I wouldn't have thought about it. I'm trying to move on with my fucking life. Yeah, I think it's way weirder to impersonate someone and go take someone's name and get shit about them. So she got months of police reports. She got all the police reports and phone calls and 911 calls from this whole thing, from Samara, Carrie Ann, all this stuff. She spent weeks editing it all. She spent weeks like figuring all this shit out. Like she literally edited all the videos, all the audio, like she had to spend weeks doing this. And then she messages me, and this is around the time Jubilee went to the psych ward, all this stuff, and I kept telling them, please, like, anyways. And I had said that I wanted to get the police reports at some point, but that doesn't mean that you have anybody's permission to go do it. She did it completely on her own without telling me. And then she was like, I didn't want to say anything until this was for sure, and I got it all. And I edited a bunch of stuff so that, like, blah, 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 like, so that you know what you can say legally online. Like, what the fuck, Hags? This is so weird. How do you even know about the Freedom of Information Act? Like, she and Sleuthy, like, know about so many weird fucking things that only people who are chronically online and doing this all the time would know. But, oh my god. And I would love to see how any of you respond to being thrown into actual rich people, like, Hunger Games. Like, all of a sudden, my life was a movie. I had a woman trademark my entire existence and then tell me that I could pay her to have my name. And I was thrown, like, have you guys ever seen the fucking show Snapped? Do you know what happens to people when you actually throw them in arenas they've never been in? I've never had a rich person target me like that. I've never had someone threaten my entire fucking life. I've never had attorneys tell me she might be able to fuck your entire world up forever and your parents. She might, like, nobody knew because money is that fucking powerful. You guys did not know what was going on behind the scenes for real. It was so fucking scary. I was getting 7-page letters from like the biggest, oh my god. I think I said that in my last story. I don't know. You guys don't understand what rich people games are, and I didn't. I got to the point that I was like, oh, this is how actual, like, scary shit happens. This is how people get hits put out on them. This is how rich families get rid of people. Like, this is how people get killed. Like, all of a sudden I was in this arena that I was like, I have only seen this kind of shit in movies. And Carrie Ann, are you kidding me? I talked to her ex-husband and he was like, she's gonna kill somebody. She's gonna kill somebody. Like, these people are terrifying. And yeah, I got pushed to a breaking point. What was I saying right before that? I'm sorry. I have to take a break from making these stories for a little bit and just enjoy my night. But I have so much more to say. I have so much more to say. And Hags, let's just finish this. How about you just send me an email saying that you're never gonna bother me again, you're gonna like take this crazy stuff down about me, and then we can just go on with our days. I don't really care if you leave it up because literally it has 700 views, but if you don't take it down and if you don't stop threatening me and trying to hurt me in all these stupid ways, then like, yeah, we can start talking charges. Like, why are we even doing this, dude? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. And what you did was fucking wild. And nice try today. Nice try. This video is for educational purposes only. I have so much more to say. More stories coming soon. Coming soon! Coming soon! This video is for educational purposes only. This video is for educational purposes only. Yeah, this video is for educational purposes only. So nice to meet you though, honey.